Well, the Central Bank of Nigeria says Nigeria still spends close to $500 million on oil palm importation, despite the CBN's move to place the commodity on the FX exclusion list. Henry Olatujoye, the president of the National Palm Produce Association of Nigeria, joins me now to discuss Nigeria's strategy for crude palm oil going forward. Henry, thank you for joining us today on the show.
Thank you very much.
Now, there have been mixed reactions concerning over the outright ban on the importation of palm oil. Some sector players have said, look, I mean, do we have enough domestic supply in the first place? Have we been able to optimize capacity across the value chain in the country? So these are some of the questions that have been asked. But let me start by asking you what you feel, or how you feel, rather, about this outright ban.
Thank you very much. I'm the national president of Palm Producers of Nigeria. We are smallholders, and we have the largest estate in Nigeria. And the CBN adheres to this correctly. Although we don't have enough statistics to say that, they say we are about 2.4 million hectares older. And when this news came, we were not enthused. In fact, we were taken aback. First and foremost, federal government, as far as we are concerned, did not ban CPO importation to Nigeria. Two, I don't think CBN has the capacity or the leverage to ban.
But what is in the news? What we're hearing is that the CBN, this directive came from the presidency, and the CBN is being quoted as saying that it actually sat down with sector players and told them that this is a directive from the presidency. There will no longer be importation of palm oil into the country.
I was at that meeting.
Okay.
And we were just looking at him.
But he did say that.
He said that.
Okay.
But we didn't believe it because there's no backup. What we agree as Nigerians and as stakeholders in the industry was that CPO is not banned to Nigeria, but it is under restriction. That if you are bringing CPO to Nigeria to the port, you pay 35% duty.
You pay a higher tariff.
Yes, higher tariff.
Okay.
The problem we have in the industry is not about importation. We all know that we cannot meet the demand gap. The problem we have, and that's why we are telling CBN now live, that is the issue of importation, illegal importation of palm oil in jerry cans, in thousands of liters into the country. And this importation goes straight into the market and killing whatever market price Nigerian farmers have in mind to sell their product. As I'm talking to you right now, I can be quoted anywhere, over 20,000 metric tons of CPO are in Nigerian border, crossing Kuto into the country. How do they pass the border? They don't pass through the forest any longer. They come through the road that are custom. So
you're not exactly confident, even in this directive, that, okay, even if there's an outright ban, but the porous borders, that remains an issue.
You see, banning CPO will further bring problems into the industry because Nigeria has a price advantage over every other nation that produce CPU. So it's a ready-made market. Banning it will not stop smuggling, will not stop people daring government, and will not stop insecurity.
So you're saying that with this ban,
there's no ban.
With this restriction,
yeah, it's a restriction.
It's going to worsen.
It's going to worsen the situation.
Okay.
And let me make this clear to Nigerians. The 35% duty fee paid on import of CPU to Nigeria, the components are two. First is 10% duty payable to federal government. Second is 25% levy for the development of oil palm sector in Nigeria. Okay. And I'm going to ask from the CBN governor, for the last 20 years that this policy of 35% has been in place, it should go to the port, those who have import oil palm to Nigeria legally. Let's leave the legal importation. What is the value of the 25% that is meant for the sector? Where is the money? If that is the money he said he released 30 billion, we are not concerned. Anybody that have taken that money, in fact, I will say, quote me in the news, that nobody should pay 9% interest on that money. If the money is from the 25% that has been agreed by the stakeholders for the development of the industry. We can only allow 2%, and do you know why? It's our money. It's not federal government money. We argued it, we fought for it, and President Olatujoye believed. Because in history, Olatujoye banned importation in year 2000. When it was not working, we met again and they unbanned it, and they put the control 35%.
Okay, I'm curious because you were at that meeting. Did you bring up these issues? What was the response of the central bank?
Anyway, with due respect to every authority in that meeting, he did not give us time to talk. He has already made his mind, and you can quote me, I'm saying it, I was in the meeting. I even asked him a question, but I will not say it on air. If you called me to a meeting, I will ask you, sir, do you remember I asked you a question? Are we here because of this and this? We cannot leave Nigerian oil palm development in the hand of foreign investors.
Is that the case now?
That is the major thing that was discussed at that meeting. He only made mention what CBN has done. They paid 30% duty, 30 billion to the sector. Who collected the money? We are not aware. Who collected this money? Or is the CBN government telling us that it's using Nigerian money to finance foreign investment?
So what's going to happen now? I mean, going forward, because I mean, this is here to stay, and the CBN has said that they're going to aggressively, help, support players. They said, and other government agencies are going to support.
Let me know. The aggressiveness
so what's
is
going to
welcome.
happen going forward?
The aggressiveness is welcome, but it's doing the aggressiveness in a negative direction. You cannot be using Nigerian money for Nigerian oil palm development to finance foreign investment.
But are you looking for, because at the end of the day, what's important is are we going to produce more palm oil? Are we going to meet domestic demand and perhaps enough to even export? Are we on that path?
Let me tell you what this. Coach him, and I'm going to coach him now. He said the smallholders are the largest owners, and they have about 2.4 million hectares. I ask, why don't we develop 1 million hectares positively, very viably in the industry? And you know what that means? If we develop 1 million hectares out of the 2.4 million hectares he claimed belongs to us, to my group, it means that we are going to have 4 million tons of CPU produced in Nigeria. So what are we talking about? Insufficiency. So giving money to the likes of big boss in the industry cannot work because they can never develop 1 million hectares for Nigerians in the next 100 years. Because they are here to make money, and they're making their money, huge money. Okay,
so what are you and your association members, what are you going to do now? Yeah. What is your next move now?
Our next move is to honestly ask him the 25% that is meant for the oil palm sector development, and if he can give account of that, we will tell him that in every state across the 24 belt, we will deliberately ask him that create nursery for each state and for each farmer there. Then, thirdly, finance and strengthen NIFO. Because without research and development that is indigenized to Nigerians, it cannot work. Today, many people go outside the country to come import seedlings. It's an insult to our integrity as a Nigerian. So, and government must use that fund to actually finance Nigerians. That is, I'm talking about Nigerians now. Indigenization policy of Nigerians should be seen working. Okay. My members have 800 hectares, 1,000 hectares. They use their hard-earned gratuity to develop hectares. They cannot go to bank because CBN is not a risk bearer. The money deposits bank will disburse the loan he's talking about, and they will tell you to go and bring your grandfather as collateral. How can you do that?
Henry.
Thank you.
I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it there, but this is a story we're going to be keeping our eyes on.
That is the true position of this matter.
Well, thank you so much, and perhaps we could have you back soon, to see how
I'm always willing to come.
Thank you, Henry, for your time on the show today. Henry Olatujoye, President of the National Palm Produce Association of Nigeria.